the toys, when they're completed, they then go to children in the community that need them. So the families that need a little bit of additional help providing for their children during the holiday season. So the toys all go to a very, very good homes.
The 35th annual Fred Ruda Teaming Up for Tots is making helicopters this year, with Fort Hays State University students and the community coming together to make Christmas toys for local children. I'm Becky Kiser, Hays Post Eagle Radio News reporter. I'm talking with FHSU President Tisa Mason and Zach Pixler, Assistant Professor in the Department of Applied Technology. It's all on this episode of the Hays Post Podcast. We're talking about, Tisa, the 35th annual Fred Ruda's Teaming Up for Tots toy building event, which is this Saturday at Fort Hays State.
That's correct. And I'm so excited to be here and that Zach was here to come and talk about the event because it's one of my favorite annual events. It's the right work for the right reason, a great community event, bringing community on campus to help us with a project to do good for others. And that's what I love most about it.
And Zach, this is what you brought with us. What I was talking about, the present, is actually one of the finished versions of what will be the toy this year. And as he drops it on the table, that's okay.
That's a proof that
it's here. We actually have it in the studio. Tell us what this is, Zach.
Well, this is the helicopter that our students designed, and we've gone through the entire manufacturing process with the jigs and fixtures. And it's a bit different this year. Usually the toys, if you've seen our toys in the past, they're all wood. We've got some foam components on it this year, which was a neat little additional challenge for our students. But I always like carrying the first prototype around just to show people what we're doing. The finished ones will look a little bit different, but it's a good proof of concept just to show those of us in the room kind of what we're doing here. So,
well, Tisa was talking about great community event, bringing together the students, Fort Hays State, and the community. And it's not only a fun project, but it's kind of a learning project, as you alluded to, Zach.
It is. This is the toy manufacturing project is part of our Tex 180, Materials, Processes, and Production. We have two sections of that class, about 22 students per section. And the whole point of the project is, it's a service learning opportunity, but we are teaching all about the manufacturing process, from designs to prototypes, jigs and fixtures, flow process charts, and, really just the challenge of the logistics of manufacturing 180 of these toys. Any of our students, a lot of people can build one of these. Our challenge is producing 180 of them in about a 2-hour time frame.
Oh, wow.
With about 100 volunteers from the community that come in with, we're going to assume, very little prior training. So there's a lot of setup to make sure that the organized chaos ends with the toys that we want. So,
I have covered the event a couple times as a news story over the years. And Tisa, I knew Fred Ruda, and you did too. Such a great guy. And this was near and dear to his heart.
Oh, he had such a big heart for students, for people. And I always knew when maybe a student was struggling, if I put him in Fred Ruda, that student in Fred Ruda's hands, he would get them on the right path always. Such a fabulous person.
And of course, leaving behind this legacy, this is, as we said, Zach, this is like the 35th year. Has the toy been different every year?
Every year it's been a different toy. With the exception of the 25th anniversary, they did a reproduction of the first toy. And we've done a helicopter before, but it was smaller and a little bit different. So every year it's been a different toy. And the broadness and the differentiation of all the toys makes it pretty special, because the students design something different every single year. And it's a pretty special project.
That is so great. Tisa, where do this number, 180 to about 200 toys, where do those numbers come from, and where are the toys actually going to go?
Zach can answer that much better than I can.
I got you. We work with a local organization, Teaming Up for Tots. Sharon Dreyer is the lady that I'm in contact with, and they give us a number of how many toys to produce every year. And we produce the toys that they need, and I deliver them about a week after the production date. And they have their warehouse is down off of 8th Street. And the toys, when they're completed, they then go to children in the community that need them. So the families that need a little bit of additional help providing for their children during the holiday season. So the toys all go to a very, very good homes.
And I know, Tisa, we were talking about the people who participate, and as Zach has said, that pretty much, not all of them, some people have a little bit of experience in the woodworking and design areas, but a lot of the volunteers don't. They're there out of the goodness of their hearts, and they want to share, and they bring their kids a lot of times, and it's just so great to see the different age ranges of people getting involved in this project.
Yeah, it's really part of our mission, in terms of having a global impact and always starting in your local community. And I just love that it is the spirit of the season. It is mission-driven work. It is students learning, and it is a community event. It's just a win-win-win and perfect at the holiday.
And Zach, the students learning, they're also teaching. I've seen them show people how to sand correctly or make sure they have their goggles on, whatever it might be.
Our students will do anything from basically, I told them that they're going to be supervisors on Saturday. They're going to help these individuals run the drill presses. They're going to be quality control, making sure the sanding is being done correctly, and just really making sure the whole process goes smoothly. So it gets them interaction with others in a way that they've not had before.
Yeah.
So usually these students are, they're learning what to do by doing, not necessarily by showing other people. So that leadership piece is pretty big in this whole process as well.
That's just a great project, overall learning elements to it.
Oh, yeah.
People who are interested in helping out with this act from the community, what do they need to do?
So we take anybody that wants to help. We've had, and Dr. Mason alluded to this, we have we've had people as young as 4 years old up to people as old as 95 years old come in and help us. We have kids that run around and help us move parts. We have people from the community run drill presses. We even have people running table saws this year, so we're pretty excited about that. Safely, obviously. And not the 4-year-olds. They're not running machines. Don't worry about that. But if you want to help, we invite anybody to come to the Center for Applied Technology on campus. And the event will run from about 9 until about noon. We kind of have an estimate of how long it's going to take. But if you arrive in the morning, we have coffee and donuts for everybody. And if you stay through the duration of the build, we feed everybody pizza at the end. So there's food. Bring family. You'll meet friends. You'll talk amongst each other. We have Christmas music playing in the background. It's just a good time. And I encourage anybody that's never been, come give us a try. It's a really, really fun thing to do on a Saturday in December.
If somebody can't be there the whole time, are they welcome to be there part of those hours?
Absolutely. It's come and go as you please. So if you can't be there the entire time, walk in and we can put you on a station. We can rotate people out. Again, organized chaos, but we'll find something to do for you and make it to where you feel like you contributed to a piece of this really awesome project.
And I understand, too, we were talking about how many toys and how different they've been over the years. There's actually display in the lobby area of these, right?
There is. We have an archive of all of the 34 toys, soon to be 35, right there in the Fred Ruda atrium in the Cats building. So you can look and see the history. And it is a history. It is Dr. Ruda's legacy that we are still carrying this on and giving back to the community. So it's really cool for the students to see. If anyone comes through and looks at our building, they can see right there at the beginning that, Dr. Ruda and everything he stood for is still with us today.
Good
so
guy.
It's pretty great.
Well, Dr. Tisa, let's talk about what else is going on. I was thinking about, the semester's nearly over. You're easing into the holidays. No, not exactly. You're just as busy as ever. And today, as an example, several things going on campus.
Yes, it's exciting. Of course, we get to start off talking about this great event. In a little while, we'll have our service awards this afternoon. We have tree lighting that will happen at 5 p.m. Community also welcome and encouraged to come. There'll be carriage rides, and Santa will be there. We also have basketball this evening, and next Friday we have commencement.
Already.
So very exciting.
And that's relatively new, the fall commencement, and you've really worked with students, and we have so many students who are from outside of the Hayes area, outside of Kansas even, that we have both in-person and virtual events for the commencement.
That's right. This, I think, is going to be the 6th year of having the December commencement, which I thought was really important because it's such a rite of passage. And we used to say, come back in May, and, life happens, and that can't happen. And we really wanted to make sure that people had the opportunity to walk across that stage. So we're excited about that. On December 13th, then, will be our in-person, and on December 14th, we'll have our graduate and our undergraduate virtual ceremonies.
Does campus life slow down after that at all? Probably not for you.
Well, there's a lot to do, and we have a legislative session to get ready
That's
for.
right.
But we do have a little bit of break built in for everyone, so we're excited about that as well.